By Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to the Most High Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Kadash. Double honors to the apostles, elders, and bishops of Great Millstone. Yahweh by Shemel Shai, Barakatham, as always. Sincere Shalom to the brothers and sisters, the Akim and Akwat out there, listening and learning, keeping the faith and diligence of our Lord Yahweh Shai, occupying in the prophecies until all is fulfilled, and Lord will, we are redeemed. Censorship, freedom of speech is going away, and we always touch on this topic because this is the direction that this world is going in. See, and this is directly going to affect the prophets, the men of the Lord, those that speak against this system, those that stand for righteousness, those that are against the NWO. They're going to come for people that have talking points outside of the given narrative that Esau has put out there. All right? If you speak against sea change, if you speak against G warming, if you speak against the MOTB, these are talking points that are going to be liable to get you locked up in these times, you know what I'm saying? Because as it is right now, the Constitution still stands. You still have a right to freedom of speech, freedom of expression, freedom of assembly, all right? These things are guaranteed under the Constitution of the United States. But what the Trump cabinet is looking to do, they're looking to get the Constitution out the way, which is why you have so many false flag, black swan, T attacks happen on the soil of America. All right, because what they want to do is they want to get people to such a point to where they're so in fear that they're ready to give up their rights and accept a new government system in which it's going to be a technocracy. They're going to rule over you 100%. They're going to put a device inside of you that's going to, as Yuval Harari said, surveil you under your skin, all right, which is the MOTB, the RFID micro C-hip, and the Neuralink. Okay, these things are already here, and they're ready to be rolled out. So like I said, all the events that are taking place right now, today you had 2 more plane crashes happen. And since this year started, there's been 64 and counting plane crashes now, right? And these things are not happening for no reason. See, this is that Hegelian dialectic, pressure from above and pressure from beneath, to where they're going to be bombarding the people with so many psyops, so many T attacks, so many black swan events that eventually people are going to be like, yo, something has to be done about this. We can't continue to live like this. We want peace and safety. We want our lives back. All right? And with these plane crashes that happened today, you already have people saying like, yo, I don't think I'm flying this year. I don't think I'm getting on the plane this year, which is what they want. Because why? They want to keep people cooped up in these cities. They don't even want you to drive nowhere, man. That's why soon come, you're going to have things start happening on the roads to where it's going to be like, yo, I don't even want to drive nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Listen, America is about to become a very wild and crazy place. All right? But this right here, posting hateful speech online could lead to police raiding your home in this European country. Now, this ain't nothing new. They're already exercising, coming after people according to what they post on social in Europe, especially in the UK, in England, Scotland, Wales. These things are already going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, the police will really pull up on you and arrest you and question you about things that you post that are anti-government on social. That's already going on, but we're going to read about this right here in Germany. If you've ever dared to read the comments on a social media post, you might start to wonder if civilized discourse is just a myth. Aggressive threats, lies, and harassment have unfortunately become the norm online, where anonymity has emboldened some users to push the limits of civility. And, going into Elon Musk when he bought Twitter, right? he's opened up the platform for quote unquote free speech when that's nothing more than a data gathering. All right, all he's doing is collecting information on these users and getting to know what's on people's minds, man. So he pretty much made an open platform where people can freely express their ideas in the name of being pro free speech. Okay, but that's nothing more than the rules to take more control over you. But furthermore, free speech has been allowed on these platforms, which, some platforms such as YouTube and, IG, platforms like that are censored. So you can't, upload certain things. But Twitter being the main example, there's a lot of what you're reading here. Aggressive threats, lies, and harassment are on Twitter, man. So eventually, these certain mandates are going to come down. They're going to say, look, we got to stop these, we have to stop this ill behavior, okay? Because, yeah, we understand people want free speech, but again, they're going to do away with the Constitution, so you're not going to have a right to free speech. And they're allowing people to make these aggressive threats or whatever they're doing online so that they can be justified in coming down with the new laws to censor everything. All right, not only the threats, but they're gonna attack all speech. You know what I'm saying? This is what it's all about. So these things have become the norm online, where anonymity has emboldened some users to push the limits of civility. And that's another thing, anonymity. We know that they've already been speaking about taking away the anonymity online, okay, which is gonna come in the form of what? If you want to access the internet, you're gonna have to have a digital ID. And that digital ID is going to be tied to your biometrics. All right? Because I forget who exactly said it. I know it was a woman, but she was like, the First Amendment, guarantees the right to free speech, but it doesn't guarantee the right to be anonymous online. So that's saying what right there? That they want to know exactly who you are. All right? They pretty much want to tie you to whatever account that you have biometrically. All right, so whether that's an iris scan, whether that's a palm scan, whether they take some DNA, all these things are going to be predicated in this new system in which you're going to have a digital ID to confirm who you are. Cyber attacks, which is going to be more black swans. These things are going to keep happening to where they're going to have to come in with these measures. So all these things are to take away your rights. But they want to get people to a point where they willingly give up their rights, man. This is why, that Hegelian dialectic is being brought down, right? It says in the U.S., most of what anyone says, sends, or streams online, even if it's hate, filled, or toxic, is protected by the First Amendment as free speech. But Germany is trying to get this out the way. But Germany is trying to bring some civility to the world, to the World Wide Web, by policing it in a way most Americans could never imagine. In an effort, it says, to protect discourse, peace, and safety, right? German authorities have started prosecuting online trolls. And as we saw, it often begins with a pre-dawn wake-up call from police. Now check this out. It's 6:01 on a Tuesday morning, and we were with state police as they raided this apartment in Northwest Germany. Inside, 6 armed officers searched a suspect's home, then seized his laptop and cell phone. You see that? So they didn't have a warrant. They didn't, have a court order. They just busted up in the house. You know what I'm saying? Took his laptop, took his cell phone, and what? Prosecutors say those electronics may have been used to commit a crime. The crime is what? Posting a racist cartoon online. At the exact same time across Germany, more than 50 similar raids played out on the same day. Part of what prosecutors say is a coordinated effort to curb online hate speech in Germany. So these things are already going on within the EU, okay, which the EU is connected to America, man. So what's going on over there is going to come here eventually. Now, these things can be done in Germany because their constitution doesn't allow for such things, right? But in America, you got their First Amendment right. Well, they got to get the First Amendment out the way so that they can do this to you, man. And this is really what they want to do. And I forget who said it. Like these devils have been saying a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of hard to remember who said what. But it was an Edomite politician that said, that we need to have more surveillance online, okay? And it pretty much that the Constitution is in the way of us doing what we really want to do, in so many words, man. So this is nothing more than them seeking to come down and to make a man an offender for a word. You see, same thing right here. CBS host blasted for bonkers claim that Nazi Germany weaponized free speech. Now, this rhetoric here, all right, as we'll see, it's not the fact that if it's true or not, it's the fact that these talking points are being put out there, because this is going to be used to implement this new social order. All right, so right here it says CBS host Margaret Brennan made what many called an incredibly dumb and deeply ignorant statement, claiming Nazi Germany weaponized free speech during her show on Sunday. The quote Face the Nation host clashed with Secretary of State Marco Rubio over Vice President J.D. Vance's speech at the Munich Security Conference in Germany last week, after Vance criticized European allies for adopting a, quote, Soviet-style approach to censorship. Now, the Soviets are who? The modern-day Russians. Okay, when you go back to, I think it disbanded in the 90s, but, during the 80s, they had, from the 60s to the 80s, it was the Cold War. Okay, where the USSR, which is the modern-day, Russia, they were the enemy because they were so-called communists, right? So now, J.D. Vance is saying that, he's criticizing European allies for adopting a Russian-style approach, which we know that Russia is the boogeyman, right? Russia is the enemy. So anything that has to do with Soviet or Russian, that's bad out the gate. It says Brennan implied free speech likely led to the Holocaust. See that? So the Holocaust affected who? The JOO. Okay? So again, it's not that these things are true, but these talking points are being put out there for a reason, because these talking points are going to be used to pretty much silence anyone who speaks against the U's or who speaks against this NWO. All right? And this thing is right around the corner, man. Like, things are really about to blow up. And a lot of people have no idea what's coming down the pipeline. You know what I'm saying? These people are walking around completely in darkness. You see? And, what's it? Yeah, CBS, right? CBS is set up by the U's. Really, all these mainstream media platforms, CNN, CBS, CNN, Fox News, these things are all ran and controlled by the small hats. Okay, so when you see that these news anchors are putting these points out there, just know that they were told to do so. Just know that this is an agenda that's being pushed here, man. All right, and very soon, as we always say, you're not going to be hearing these videos. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to be seeing brothers on the streets. You know what I'm saying? Like, the time for this ministry to come to an end is, almost here, man. You know what I'm saying? Time is very short. It says, well, he was standing in a country where free speech was weaponized to conduct a genocide. You see? So the rhetoric coming out from CBS News from Margaret Brennan is that free speech was weaponized to conduct mass genocide, right? Which this is nothing but blatant hypocrisy, because you would have to apply that to Netanyahu. The same thing that he's doing in Gaza, right? But that's not weaponization of free speech. That's just, we need to defend our land. He saw something else, It says he met with the head of a political party that has far-right views and some historic ties to extreme groups. The context of that was changing the tone of it, and you know that, right? Then Rubio goes on to disagree. It says the genocide was conducted by an authoritarian Nazi regime that happened to also be genocidal because they hated small hats and they hated minorities. And they had a list of people they hated, but primarily the small hats. It says There was no free speech in Nazi Germany. There was none. There was also no opposition in Nazi Germany. They were the sole and only party, the government that governed that country. So that's not an accurate reflection of history. And yeah, it's not an accurate reflection of history. But again, these talking points are being put out there to sway the people's minds, okay, to get them to associate free speech with something negative. That's what this is all about. All right. So in the name of, as we saw in the last article, right, we need to eradicate hate speech online. Okay. In this instance, they're saying that, okay, well, we need to eradicate hate speech against the small hats, okay? Because these things can be used to incite genocide, okay, mass murder. Which, who are the biggest mass murderers on the planet, man? Is it not these Edomites? But now they're coming around as if they care so much about what happens to people. Well, they murder people every single day. You see? So as the scriptures say, man, matter of fact, we just gonna get it. All right? The joy of the hypocrite, man. Okay? The joy of the hypocrite is but for a moment, you know? Because these Edomites, man, if you don't know what's going on, then they'll run circles around your ass. All right, Job 20:4, it says, knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed upon earth, that the triumphing of the wicked, okay, which the wicked are the Edomites, the so-called Caucasian today, that the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment, which are these Edomites. Though his excellency mount up to the heavens, and his head reach unto the clouds. Okay, these Edomites are very proud, man, and they speak very proudly. Verse 7, it says, what? Yet he shall perish forever like his own dung. They which have seen him shall say, where is he? He shall fly away as a dream and shall not be found. Yeah, he shall be chased away as a vision of the night. So these Edomites' time to rule in hypocrisy is coming to an end, man. All right, because people not buying this bullshit that they putting out here no more. Because clearly, this is a blatant, direct attempt to try and associate free speech with genocide. All right? Like, what the hell does that have to do with anything? You can't destroy somebody with free speech, man. You know what I'm saying? If people want to talk, they're going to talk. All right? So we see what's going on here. Let's go to Isaiah, the 29th chapter. Isaiah 29. And let's see here. Isaiah 29. Let's see. Increase the terrible. Yep, Isaiah 29 and 21. Matter of fact, we can start at 24. The terrible one is brought to naught, and the scorner is consumed, and all that watch for iniquity are cut off. 21. That make a man an offender for a word, and lay a snare for him that reproveth in the gate, and turn aside the just for a thing of naught. All right, so these devils are making a man an offender for a word. Okay, saying that it's evil to speak against them. All right, which these Edomites, you know what I'm saying, they are the wicked. All right, so, and, we've been commanded to, set our face against Mount Seir and prophesy against it. So we're supposed to prophesy against the rulership, the government of these Edomites, man, because this is the problem of the earth, you know what I'm saying? But they want to make a man an offender for a word, all right, for speaking the truth, for speaking the precepts of Yahweh Basham Yahushai. Amos 8 and 11, behold, the days come, saith the Lord Yahweh, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of the Lord. And they shall wander from sea to sea, and from the north even to the east. They shall run to and fro to seek the word of the Lord, and shall not find it. You see that? So a famine of the word is coming. All right, these devils are going to cut off free speech. They're going to cut off, they're even going to ban the Bible. Okay, they're even going to go to that extent, So we are definitely in those times, we're definitely in some very perilous times, and the Lord is coming back very soon, man. That's why we continuously, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Basham Yahushua, continue to warn the true, sincere believers, continue to warn all right, Aki Manakwat out there that are sincere, because you need to understand the severity of the times that we're in. All right, like if you really knew how much time we have left, then nothing else would matter. All right, that's the spirit that you should be in, man. Nothing else in this world should be taking your attention away from Yahweh Bashmi Shai. You know what I'm saying? So we can get some headlines from off end time and we can close out. Multiple people injured in Delta Airlines plane crash in Toronto. All right, which there's been many plane crashes this year, and no doubt there's more Black Swan events to come down the pipeline, man. And it's all to destroy the freedom of the people and put you in fear. Musk Doge seeks access to personal taxpayer data, sparking alarm at the IRS. Right, check that out. So they about to do away with this money. Okay, they about to do away with physical money, and they about to bring in the MOTB. This is why this guy Elon is in there. And when they had that press conference in the White House, the Oval Office, the other day, this guy was talking more than Trump. All right, Trump was quiet as a church mouse, man. Like, this dude was running the show. All right, which it shows you that he's really the one that the elites have set up, which I believe that he's a crypto small hat. You know what I'm saying? Which I believe that the elites set him up to bring forth this new technology, because he's not the one that has developed the technology. He's just the face of it. You know what I'm saying? So get ready for the MOTB, man. It's coming. Pope Francis hospitalized with complex and clinical medical condition. CDC disease detectors among hundreds of latest fired by Trump administration. And see there, on day one, Trump removed the U.S. from the WHO organization, really because he doesn't want America, to be connected to these mass deaths that have been occurring since people got that, some years ago. Trump is going to pull out now. That's why they exonerated Fauci, and pretty much all the CDC directors that were a part of that experiment. All right, so Trump pulled out of the World Health Organization, to pretty much alleviate any kind of responsibility for what you see going on. And that's the spirit, because today a client of mine told me that somebody that she worked with, just passed away over the weekend of a heart attack, man. Passed away in his sleep. And his wife died about 2 years before him of, I believe, the same thing. So you already know what that's about, Then she told me as well that somebody that does her clothes delivery, that he had a heart attack too. So it's a whole lot of death, going on behind that sauce, man. You see? Crazy. CDC disease, yeah. And they also fire in the CDC, because why? They don't want, because the information is already out there. So if they disband these certain departments, then there's going to be nobody to be held accountable, man. The courts are not going to be able to prosecute anyone that is responsible for the deaths of, all these people. So that's what this is really all about. Depiction of art showing Transformer Jesus causes outrage at Tennessee University. Again, showing you the times that we're in, man. Just complete blasphemy. All right. Number one, they depicted him as an Edomite, and then they put the Lord as a transformer. And see, this is why when judgment really start to hit hardcore on these people, man, we ain't gonna shed no tears, man. All right, we're gonna rejoice once these wicked ass people get what's coming to them, man. All right. It's crazy. U.S. restaurants are cracking under inflation. Okay, Isaiah 24. The land is mourning. You know what I'm saying? The haughty people of the land do languish. You see, people are losing everything under this inflation, and it's only going to get worse with these tariffs. Experts warn that increased temps are throwing animal patterns into chaos. So this devil, man, he's destroying the earth. Let's get that. destroy the earth. Esau spraying shit in the air, man. You know what I'm saying? Revelation 11 and 19, it says, "And the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come, and the time of the dead, that they should be judged, and that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants the prophets, and to the saints, and them that fear thy name, small and great, and shouldest destroy them that destroy the earth." And that's these Edomites, okay? These Edomites have messed up the earth so much so to where the animals are being thrown off from their natural course of migration, man. And that's all because of the devil Esau. Netanyahu vows to finish the job against Iran with support from Trump. Now, hold on, wait a minute. I thought Trump was supposed to end these wars, right? I thought his selling point on the election was that he's going to bring peace to America, that he's going to bring peace to the Middle East, right? Well, now he's standing by Netanyahu, all right, Satan Yahoo, and saying that they're going to finish the job against Iran. So look, man, these Babylonians are completely through, all right? They voted for their own demise. And Elon even said that in the White House the other day. He said, look, people going to get what they voted for. In a true devilish fashion, which I can't even be mad at him for that, man, because we told you that you going to get what you vote for. You know what I'm saying? Same thing that happened with Biden. Every 4 years, it's the same shit. Every 4 years that come around, this character says that they're going to do this, this, and that, and it never happens. All that happens is your life gets worse and you lose more of your rights, all right? That's all that happens. And now they about to usher your ass into the NWO. So how about that? You see? You stupid Americans, man. All right? Another plane has crashed, 2 killed, a small plane crash at Metro Atlanta Airport, yeah? And things going to keep happening. Joanne Fabrics will close 500 stores across the U.S. amid bankruptcy. So this place, America, is through. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's clear to see it ain't no bouncing back. UK Prime Ministers, ready to deploy British troops to Ukraine to enforce, quote, peace agreement. So you got the UK saying that, listen, we're ready to put boots on the ground to enforce this so-called peace agreement, man, which that's nothing more than war. All right, they're going to war within the so-called Middle East, man, Western Asia. All right, and this is all leading to the Battle of Armageddon, World War III. As we always say, everything is on the table. Okay, the MOTB, World War III, and very soon the return of our Lord Yahweh Shai and the hosts of heaven. Hezbollah chief demands Israel to fully withdraw from Lebanon by February 18th. It's a lot going on. It's a lot to pay attention to. You know what I'm saying? These devils are definitely, working with this, with these left-hand enchantments. Hold on. J.C. Penney set to close stores nationwide as the retail apocalypse. God damn. But the economy is stronger than ever, right? Jobs are being increased. They gonna keep gaslighting these people, man. Saudi prince steps in as power broker in Trump's NWO. Wow. So yeah, man, everything is shaping up, and we here. We're at the end of this world. We're in the last seconds of these last days, and things about to get critical, man. All right, so keep watching. Keep praying. Pray for the elders, pray for the apostles, pray for brothers. You know what I'm saying? Pray that you may be counted worthy to escape the trying times coming upon this earth, because destruction is coming. All right, whether you believe us or whether you believe them, you know what I'm saying? Because these devils have also told you that destruction is coming. You know what I'm saying? The likes of Klaus Schwab, the likes of Yuval Harari, Elon Musk, you know what I'm saying? These different characters, man, they've openly told you what it is. So there's going to be no excuse when the destruction does come. All right, either you're going to be within the safe pavilion, which is the name of Yahweh Bashem Shai, or you're going to be left out to the wolves, man, and you're going to be left to fend for yourself. It's on you. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and close out right there. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying through the Rakah Kadash, called Law, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Rakah Kadash. And until next time, Lord willing, Shalom to the elect, Kom Yasha'Allah, Wahabah Babal. On to the next one, Shalom.